Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna be playing the new campaign trail. We get the 2024 election just recently came out, like maybe a week ago. I don't remember, but it just came out, and this is not my first time playing it. Actually, I played it for a bit, but I never really got to like to the end or something. I don't know. And I've seen posts about this on Reddit. So we're just gonna go. Uh, so we're just gonna go try and win as Kamala Harris correct the wrongs that happened in the election. So we're just gonna jump right in. Okay, so shout out to those guys, I guess. Okay, mostly for divided states. Okay, so there's a difference between 2024 divided. Okay. Alright, so this is the classic one. I'm guessing. I don't know what that is. Donald Trump. Okay, we're not obviously gonna play that guy. Okay, we're obviously gonna play this. Name Kamala Harris, Party Democratic, home state California. Kamala Harris wasn't supposed to be here. In fact, her candidacy was dreaded, cited by many as the single strongest argument for Biden's candidacy in 2024. That Biden's dismissal, debate performance, and the subsequent Democratic panic sank his polling numbers, leading to his withdrawal under fire in late July. Harris' candidacy has breathed life into a party once resigned to defeat, but that only solves half the problems. She needs to find her footing, define herself to a public largely unfamiliar with her, and run a strong campaign, all within 100 days if she wants to rally her party and dispatch Donald Trump for the second and hopefully last time. Okay, so our goal here is to like win. Alright, our goal here is to just win. I'm not trying to go for like any special run or whatever or anything. We're just here to win. Alright, we're just trying to prevent the terrible future that is happening right now. So we're just gonna do this. Okay, Tim Walz. Okay, Tim Walz proposed 6 House terms representing rural Minnesota and 6 more years as governor, wielding a Democratic trifecta to pursue a boldly progressive agenda. His humble background as a public school teacher and a U.S. Army soldier gives him an attractive biography, especially compared to the disastrous J.D. Vance. It's worth noting that some progressives may take issue with Walz's support for the Minneapolis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Minneapolis the police department and his quick activation of the National Guard during the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests. Also, Minnesota is already expected to go Harris this year. Also, Walz could be helpful in neighboring Wisconsin. Okay, there's these other candidates, but I think I wanna stick to Walz. Although Kelly is very tempting to play with, like he's an astronaut. I love astronaut. You know how much I love astronaut. Okay, so we're just gonna go Tim Walz. Okay, so first time I played, I selected 25 randomized questions. So I think we're just gonna go full this time. Enabled expanding styling. I don't know what that is. We're obviously gonna go normal. I mean, we wanna like try to win the normal way. Enable expanded styling. I don't know what the fuck that is, but sure, whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna try and win. I mean, that's about it. Okay, so we can't rush this. If we come out the gate that quickly, we're going to look like opportunities. Waiting in the wind to push Biden out of the way. Let's hang back, consolidate party support, and gradually move towards an active campaign. January 6th is the 400 guerrilla in the roof. Donald Trump is an existential threat to our republic. He fosters hate and division from the halls of our capital to the streets of Charlottesville. The fate of our democracy is on the line in this election. And everybody already knows what Trump stands for, but they don't know what I stand for. Let's publish a comprehensive agenda dedicated to protecting our freedom, creating jobs, building a fair economy for all Americans. The odds that we keep Senate are low, so let's be careful about making promises we can't keep. For now, let's focus on ramping up democratic enthusiasm and taking the fight to Trump like we never have before. We are not going back, okay? Okay, I forgot to read the question. Within days of Biden withdrawal, you have consolidated virtually all Democrats' support and rank up enough pledged delegates to become the presumptive nominee. Polls indicate a surge in your favorabilities, and you've rapidly moved within the striking distance of Trump. What kind of team do you want to take? Okay, so it's just days, man. I think. Okay, so forgive my reading comprehension or whatever, but it's just days within days of Biden's withdrawal. I think we're just gonna move toward an active campaign and consolidate party support. There we go. Oh, come on. Tell me with this. Okay, fine. Next time. Okay. Your announcement of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for vice president has gone over well, especially with progressive Democrats. However, some Republicans, particularly J.D. Vance, have accused him of stolen valor and dodging deployment during his retirement from the National Guard. Do you think these accusations are credible? Those are not true at all. Especially the couch fucker right there. They did the same to Kid John Kerry in 2004. They swift quoted him, trying to exaggerate these technicalities into a serious scandal, and nobody's buying it. I stand by Tim 100%, and I'm excited to hit the campaign trail with him. You know what I find funny? Trump and the Republicans bashed the Iraq war so much, and now they're attacking Tim for supposedly avoiding a deployment to Iraq. I mean, it's not even true, but you can't have it both ways. Let's talk about facts. Tim retired to prevent a conflict of interest with his House campaign as per the Hatch Act, and his unit had not yet been notified of their deployment. His rank was reverted administratively after his retirement for benefit purposes. This is serious business. If he gains traction, it could pose a slight problem with us. Let's be proactive about this. Have Walls lie low for the time being. Give him a lighter schedule and wait for all of this to clear up before having him back on the trail. Nah, I'm excited to hit the campaign trail with him. Okay. Walls is a solid pick compared to the problem that J.D. Vance become for the Trump campaign. Just keep in mind that some of your focus groups are indicating that male voters generally still aren't impressed with your campaign. Okay. Wow, this is a this is a disaster map. Okay. Okay, so we got Nevada. Oh no. I just wanna. Okay. Okay, 46. Oh, it's not looking good here. Nevada. Nah. Okay. Just gonna go Pennsylvania. It's all in Pennsylvania. Okay. Many Arab Americans and pro-Palestine activists have expressed frustration that the ongoing Democratic National Convention does not have a Palestinian American speaker scheduled, despite allowing the parent of an American held captive by Hamas to speak. Do you feel strongly about intervening and in resolving this? We're not making altercations to the speaking schedule on the fly, but we have made Palestinians heard in other ways during this convention. We held a panel on Palestinian suffering affecting hundreds of attendees. Many were deeply moved by their stories. I'm sure we could find a place to slip in a 2-minute slot for a Palestinian American speaker somewhere. Could we have that George State representative speak? Her speech wasn't controversial. I see to it that it's I mean, I'm not sure. It's just 2 minutes. What could go wrong? Your people ended up have to arrange a couple of speaking slots to make this fit, but it works out in the end. It's not much, but it means the word to some. I mean that's great. I 100% support Palestine, and I think it's pretty neat that we got that. But I'm trying to win right now, and I'm not sure if this mod I'm getting the gist of this mod. Like, tries to accurately portray the 2024 election so far as realistic as possible. So I might have to like choose like the moderate position. You know, get get both pro-Israel voters and pro-Palestine voters. The last time a Democratic National Convention was held in Chicago, the last time a president dropped out in favor of his vice president, absolutely nothing went right. Today, though, it's clear that's not the case. Instead, the convention is cheering for. You brought the energy back. You brought the joy back. With this in mind, how will you close this convention? Okay. Okay. We have made so much progress together over the past 4 years, investing in American workers, American job, American infrastructure, and America's future. We have proven without beyond a shadow of doubt that when you invest in American people, they deliver. Uh, as Commander in Chief, I will ensure America has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. I will not hesitate to take action to defend our interests against tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong Un, who are rooting for Trump because they know he's easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. Donald Trump wants to return to America, where organized labor is gutted, civil rights for women and people of color are non-existent, and the American economy is primarily an engine for the enrichment of himself and the 1%. We got one message: we're not going back. Okay, there is so much more that unites us than divides us. No matter our color, creed, gender identity, or sexual orientation, we are bound by the founding promise of America, the idea that all are created endowed by the creators with certain unalienable rights. I mean, this one got the catchphrase, we're not going back. And this kind of sounds progressive. Enrichment of himself and the 1%. Yeah, we are not going back. There's nothing wrong with going after an easy attack like Trump, but be sure to balance out your array of attack with an equally substantive plan for America's future. Okay. Oh my goodness. Where did I visit? Okay, so we got at least 1%. We're gonna visit Michigan next. Rumors are about that Robert Kennedy may drop out of the race and endorse Donald Trump. However, your campaign tells you that he's offering to endorse you instead if you negotiate with him. Pundits are unserious. Who this will help more? You or Trump? How would you respond? I don't know, man. I mean, I like Kennedy, but he's like a bit of a nut job. So, not sure about this. Okay. So, hold on. I forgot to read the answers. Kennedy's coalition is broad, but it lacks focus. We'll focus on pulling back some of these Democrat-leaning voters, especially disaffected younger ones. That could be helpful, but we're not making a deal with these lunatic conspiracy theories. I mean, exactly. We need any advantages we got. Oh no, we got not we got. We can get, even if it's more than a little out there. I'll call and make it clear that I'm interested in putting up a front of unity. Kennedy is not. Kennedy isn't very okay. Hold on, I need some water. Oh my goodness, I need some water, bro. Okay, well, okay, goddamn. Oh my goodness, sometimes my phone just closes. So if you see something like that, it's just me like pressing out, seeing like you know, I just tap on like, so when you see something like, this maybe, it's like me trying to not get my phone close. I mean, obviously that's like the obvious question. So, uh, um, okay, so where was I? Uh, okay, so Kennedy is a nut. A deal with him is absolutely off the table. We should just ignore his antics and let it play out. I'm not offering everything, but regardless of who he endorses, Kennedy dropping out provides us an opportunity to stop bleeding with his working class types in the Midwest. We should hone in our commitment to comprehensive immigration security. Okay. I mean, I gotta learn how to win. I mean, these Kennedy voters. We need any disadvantage we got. Uh, Not offering a damn thing. I mean, we could just ignore him. Like, he's a third party voter. I mean, technically, he did endorse Trump, but I don't think he affected Trump that much. But it's not like I got. I mean, I gotta win the election, bro. I don't like the guy. I mean, I like his father more than him. If anybody knows me, I'm his father's biggest follower, I guess. Like, I like his father's policy, just not his policy. I don't fuck with like the anti-vax one, but I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, at least we got that. At least we got that. Well, at least Kennedy can just bite off the voters. Okay, so what is Kennedy like doing right now? How? I can't believe Kennedy is not even here. Where is Kennedy, bro? Kennedy. Wait, Kennedy. Do third parties actually show up in these, like, or is it just like a waffle now? Okay. Well, question number 6. Recently, the Georgia Supreme Court struck down the state's 6-week abortion ban, ruling that it violated the Georgia's constitution. Abortion has been the salient political issue since 2022 Dobbs' decision overturning Roe v. Wade, and has been credited with single-handedly halting Republican momentum in 2022. How do you plan to approach abortion rights as your campaign? With the Republican Senate as the likeliest outcome, we should also focus on how states can take actions and put up their. We absolutely support the right to choose, but it's a pretty touchy subject, and we should probably stay focused on the issues of 2024, the economy, trade, and strength abroad, instead of really dictating the issues of 2022. It should be the main focus. The rights of women all over the country. If elected, Donald Trump and his GOP cronies will pass the national, no matter what they say. I would pass federal law codifying Roe, protecting the right to choose for all Americans. Of course, if the Republicans did kick up the hornet's nest with this attack on women, we'd probably have Dr. Cruz on the Senate right now. We're going to be emphasizing the women's right to choose very much. Okay, so I've never seen this question before, I think. I don't know. Maybe I might have, but I probably forgot. But these two look very appealing to me. Okay, so I would pass. This one is more vague, more broad. Might get us more voters. Like, even just one voter. Like, even if you just change one voter in Wyoming, that's good enough. Obviously in the context of the electoral college, it's not good enough, but like, it's still good enough. Maybe I could just win the popular vote. Okay, but this one is I don't support these ones. you know. So we're just gonna go with the more broad one. We're gonna enjoy the broad one. Good thinking. Abortion is an important issue to talk about, and it's one where the Democrats enjoy a lopsided advantage. Yeah. Well, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got 48%. Fuck. Okay. I did not mean to do that. West Virginia. Nope. 49% of Pennsylvania. Okay, so I like to increase the margins here. So we're gonna go Pennsylvania again. Okay, although you ran on a strongly progressive platform in 2020, the winds have shifted since then, and your advisors are encouraging you to take a more moderate, centrist outlook on core issues. Will you heed their advice? I said a lot during that campaign. Why bring it up as a topic? Besides, we need the support of the progressive, especially once still on the fence. We can risk anyone staying home. We should do a full-on reset. Put out new platform 85. Make it clear that our platform from previous campaign represents past views on the issues today. Alright, we'll drop some of the less popular stance, just like abolishing ICE, the abolition of private insurance, and a fracking ban. Otherwise, we'll stay silent and not really talk about it. I mean, it's 2020, man. Nobody was. 2020, nobody's gonna do that. Feeling extra confident on his chances before Biden's withdrawal, Donald Trump was convinced by his son to choose Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio. Do you have anything to say on the selection of Mr. Vance? Vance isn't just radical, he's weird. Talking about surveilling pregnant women, disparaging women without children, and some even weirder rumors. If he could get up from his couch, if he could get up from fucking his couch and show up, I'm sure my running mate would destroy him in any debate. J.D. Vance represents the extreme agenda of Project 2025. If he gets his way, millions of women will be stripped of their rights to choose, and millions more will lose their jobs and healthcare. There's nothing I can say here that hasn't already been said before. J.D. Vance is the emblematic of Donald Trump. I like this one. We're gonna emphasize. I like to emphasize the healthcare one. The Project 2025. Let's do that. Never has to bring up Project 20. All right, we're just gonna keep bringing up Project 2025. I mean, what else is gonna do? I mean, what else is gonna do? I'm not visiting Virginia, bro. I already have an advantage on them. Okay. It never hurts to just keep campaigning on Pennsylvania. I mean, we're not gonna win Georgia anyways. Can we win? Oh my goodness, we're actually winning. Okay, next time I'll visit. Earlier this year, negotiations for the bipartisan Cinema Langford immigration bill collapsed after Donald Trump loudly and publicly opposed it. Since then, the border issue has only grown in salience. Where do you stand on this issue? It's important to have order at both south border, but we must also remember that no human is illegal. We must bring justice, dignity, and fairness to documented and undocumented immigrants through comprehensive immigration reform. The modern day Republican Party is so much of a cult that they've killed the border bill, supported by some of the most conservative Republicans in Congress, because Donald Trump instructed them to. Scarred dissent and free thought, we embrace it. We had a bipartisan bill that would have secured our border. Donald Trump sank that border because he wanted to be able to run on border security as a political issue. I promise you, when I'm elected, I will bring the bill back and sign it to law. As Attorney General of a border state, I took the attack to international cartels trafficking drugs and people into this country illegal. I know what it's like to walk the walk and keep Americans safe. All Donald Trump knows how to do is play politics. Oh, so this is what This is what I feel like picking. But I gotta learn how to win, man. People hate immigrants, man. They're blaming immigrants for every issue, bro. Like, we just dropped French fries, bro. It's the fault of the immigrant. Like, okay, that's crazy. I promise you that when I'm elected, I'll bring that bill and sign it into law. Yeah, I mean, the consensus just moved so far, man. can't wait till the pendulum starts swinging. I mean, even Ronald Reagan supports. Uh, Even Ronald Reagan is like more left on immigration reform than some Democrats nowadays. Earlier this summer, Donald Trump became the first former president to become a felon, convicted on 34 felonies for falsifying business documents in a scheme to prevent his affair with Stormy Daniels from hitting the deadlines during the 2016 election. How do you plan on talking about this as your campaign? Okay, of course we will. It's humiliating for him, but we're not going to forget the people we're fighting for in this campaign: workers, veterans, parents, small business owners, real people. For the reason we're doing this, they always come first. Don't you think that if these convictions hurt him, then the polls would have registered any change immediately after his conviction? They riled up his base as much as they do ours, to keep the focus on issues that matter in American lives. The contrast speaks for itself. Okay. As Attorney Generals, I took on colleges that scam students. Donald Trump ran a college that scams students. I held banks accountable for fraud. Donald Trump was convicted for fraud. As a prosecutor, I specialize in cases of sexual abuse. Donald Trump was found liable for sexual abuse. Oh, that goes hard. I'm picking that immediately. No second thought. They could, yeah, no. Okay, well, I said I'm gonna visit Georgia there, so. Oh my goodness, we're even leading Georgia. Okay. How much do you wish to talk about democracy as an issue during this campaign? Donald Trump was there on the project on January 6th. He knows what happened. He has shown that beyond doubt he cannot be trusted with our democratic experiment. We should talk about Donald Trump's behavior after 2020, but we'll also focus on the Republican effort to suppress voting acts from 2020. This election could come down to a wire, and our supporters need to do that. We'll use this topic to make a direct appeal to moderate Republicans, the Bush Cheney types. This election is more about policy department. It's about our status in the world as a shining hill. Everybody talking about January 26th. It would be kept if it would be as if we just kept talking. Okay, so this obviously failed. I mean, I obviously. I mean, maybe it wasn't enough though. Maybe this was the best option. Let's talk about Donald Trump's behavior. January 6th. I think hammering on January 6th could be really good. So we're gonna do that. It's the expected answer, and it certainly helps energize Democrats. Hell yeah. While Donald Trump was okay. Oh, I haven't read the question. Donald Trump has described his vision on trade policy as neo-mercantilist, what? Referring to the historical ideology in which a government attempts to maximize its exports but minimize its imports via increased domestic production and high tariffs. He has even floated eliminating the income tax and funding the federal government solely through a universal tariff. What do you think of these policies? Well, right. When Donald Trump was the president, he waged a trade war by tweets, costing American families billions and devastating our trade relationship with the world. Now his protectionist ideas are even more deranged. I support holding China accountable and working to keep manufacturing jobs. I oppose whatever this is. A universal tariff would cause prices to skyrocket, make it harder for working families to make ends meet. The idea that we don't support our workers is ridiculous. We have been more willing to use protective tariffs to protect American industry, including steel, aluminum, solar panels, and electric cars from Chinese competition using cheap foreign labor. Okay, so this is the option, right? So we're just gonna choose that. I mean, yeah, it makes zero economic sense. Okay, so we have a good lead. I hope. Okay, so Georgia, yeah, it looks pretty blue to me, so I'm just gonna visit Georgia. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I gotta drink some water again. Okay, back. You probably press 10 seconds, probably fast forward that. I don't blame you. I do that too. Don't worry. So, uh, initially coined by your own running mate, the claim that Republicans are weird has become a favorite line for Democratic surrogates on the campaign trail. Is this something you want to incorporate at all into your rhetoric? We have to talk people about jobs, inflation, and wage growth, kitchen table economic issues that matter to them. Trump and Vance speak for themselves. All we need to do is present a solid alternative. Definitely. I mean, you got bands, and what you said about childish cat ladies, that was bizarre. They're talking about other things, you know. I think we can lean into it a little bit. There are still a lot of decent, reasonable people in the GOP. They're afraid to speak up because they know they'll be shut down by psychopaths and the lunatic. We have to talk. You have a home in my campaign and my administration. I mean, that failed. So I think we're just gonna lean into it. They're definitely weird. This instead is just another drop in the bucket for the fans team, just to be sure to even out the punches with substantive policy proposal. So okay. So Biden's numbers among young voters are rather dry. Advisors believe that the best way to reconnect with these voters is via the internet. Biden HQ on Twitter has been renamed to Kamala HQ. For example, what exactly would you do with social media in this campaign? Okay, so with all this attention, we need to unmistakably tie Donald Trump to Project 2025. It is a blueprint for his extremist agenda, and the voters deserve to know about it. We should just roast Trump. We should try to get under his skin too. Make fun of his rally sizes, his follower count on Truth Social, and more. Make him seethe with rage. I love this one, but the voters, they just don't like that Project 2025. So we're just gonna, we're gonna do this. This is expected while Trump continues to distance himself from the proposal. Hell yeah! Oh my goodness! All swing states are leaning in. Oh my goodness. Okay, well we're gonna, we gotta Arizona. Okay. Oh, I gotta visit. I gotta visit Arizona. President Biden has sent you word that he intends to block a proposed $14.9 billion takeover of U.S. steel by Japanese firm Nippon Steel, citing security risk in having American steel productions controlled by foreign. What public position would you take on this? I am inclined to oppose such deal, but I could be persuaded if Nippon Steel established a commitment to ensuring American oversight of U.S. steel production and investing in domestic steel facilities. Am I crazy here? If we're actually worried about maintaining steel supply here in the United States, it's the real issue. The real solution is not to block this deal, but instead to use the CFIUS hammer to ensure that Nippon Steel makes and maintains such investment. Nippon Steel has made a laundry list of this to ensure that this margin pressure and adversity affect this type of move. Would only help us improve a unified front against China, who controls 54% of global steel market. I will always have the back of American steel workers. U.S. Steel is truly historical company and vital for a country to maintain domestic steel production. U.S. Steel should remain American owned and American operated. I don't know the best option here, not gonna lie. I don't even know what the. I mean, you could certainly take this. I mean, you could certainly. I don't know. I mean, people might not like it. If I'm just gonna, I'm trying to get myself elected. I don't care about my political views. I'm trying to get myself elected. American steel workers are going to be laid off if Biden blocks the decision, but neither him nor Trump cares. Supporting this acquisition would have been political suicide in the current political environment. I mean, yeah, to be honest, I back it. I back it. I mean, I think I mean what I said. And on that question, at the very least, I mean, the two campaigns have reached an impasse regarding the upcoming presidential debate. You have insisted on leaving the microphones on the entire night, while Trump wants to keep all the current rules, including in turning a candidate's microphone off when it is uh, not their turn to speak. With the debate around the corner, will you cave or stand by your demands? Okay. Well, Donald Trump has threatened to skip you fair, but we have agreed to attend. We're calling his bluff. Either the microphones will be left on or we're not attending. Doesn't budge, and you made your promise. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, whatever. Nah, okay. Now I gotta worry about North Carolina. I'm not visiting California, bro. I already know, bro. Internationalists. For anybody. Okay, so by the way, if you're like, watching this video, go make a clip of this right now, because I'm saying, if I, to be completely honest with you, if you think, these are just like present like my political views, I mean, I might say stuff like, I'm pro-immigration, whatever, but this totally don't represent my political views. I'm just trying to win a game, just trying to win a game. But yeah, your schedules are hard at work, planning the next series of campaign rallies. With Biden out of the race, there's an aura of joy and excitement. Some within the Democratic Party, some even feel as if the expanded. But would you like to head over the next week? With immigration as an issue, Trump is probably eyeing up the Southwest states like Arizona and Nevada. They don't offer much electoral vote, so we're not gonna choose this one. We have to secure the state. If we come up short in Wisconsin or Michigan, they could come in handy as any sort of insurance policy. It's ambitious, but with enough attention, I think we could definitely whittle down the margin in Texas. Let's visit the Lone Star State. Maybe a miracle could happen. Just as Pennsylvania founded our democracy almost 250 years ago, it will be crucial to preserving it for generations to come. We're going to visit Pennsylvania and rally voters of all stripes around the candidacy. The old South is fertile ground for expansion, but defending Georgia is our number one regional priority. After that, polling is showing a serious opening in North Carolina with that Mark Robinson. Let's hit Atlanta before stepping in the research triangle in the Tar Heel State. Okay, so I think, yeah, these are definitely secured. What's yeah, I got two. Yeah, I mean, it would hurt to get more electoral votes, So defending Georgia is our polling is showing with that Mark Robinson. Let's hit Atlanta. Hell yeah, okay. Israel has just invaded southern Lebanon, a major escalation of the Israel-Hezbollah conflict. Iran immediately retaliated by firing a volley of missiles into Israel, and the White House supportive of Israel action. Where do you stand? If Hezbollah wanted peace in Middle East, maybe they should have launched a rocket attack on Israel the day after October 7 massacre by Hamas. We must always strive for peace, but peace is only possible when it is made clear that provoking war comes with consequences. We have got to reach a ceasefire. We've got to de-escalate fire. But at the same time, Israel is a valuable ally of the United States, and we always reaffirm the right to exist in peace. Any understanding between Israel and its enemies must be reached within the framework. I absolutely and unequivocally oppose this invasion. My number one foreign policy goal as president will be to bring back peace back to Middle East via a negotiated end to the war that respects the dignity and security of Israelis and Arabs alike. It's a promise I stand by 100%. Too Pacific, some people are worried, like, well, okay, what's the issue in Pennsylvania? Okay, so they don't have any foreign policy. Foreign policy, internationalistic, non-interventionist. We gotta be moderate, Gotta be moderate. Okay, so this is like going all in and out. Oh no, not that one. Not yeah. Well, this one is bad too, but like this one is just going all in and out. I mean, I also I think bringing back peace to Middle East is very good, but we gotta win, bro. There are still pro-Israel votes and pro-Palestine votes, so we're gonna pick. So we're gonna pick this one, but this one is just saying that, oh man, this will totally bomb us. We got no. This is this putting us in a no-win situation here. I mean, this is actually more broad, but it opposes. I gotta choose either the more Palestinian side or the pro-Israel side, or bro. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna choose this. Some are comparing your new positions to Herbert Humphrey, called for a bombing halt in 1968. Arab community leaders are quick to praise your decision in the critical swing state of Michigan, and you earn a rare bout of mostly positive press coverage. Oh, that was actually good. Oh, how many did I win? Oh, okay. Michigan. Okay, that's great. But we're losing. We're losing, bro. We're losing. We're losing in Georgia. Oh man. Not looking good for us. Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania is pretty secured. Maine. No. New Hampshire. 51%. Okay, so we need to go to something that doesn't have us outperforming, but big margin. We're gonna choose Nevada for the win. Unlike Donald Trump, we don't dodge debate. You can count on Tim Walz to show up and lay out the Harris-Walz plan for America's future. JD Vance has said that he would have blocked it. Okay. You know what? We're not gonna choose this. It's obvious. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who will I choose like this? Okay. Unfortunately, Walz was a little awkward. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. Okay, as long as they delay their strike, that's okay. Oh my goodness, it's over, bro. Bro, we got destroyed. I'm not showing up to debate. Walz is not showing up. Walz just got destroyed in the debate. Oh my goodness. They're making YouTube videos of it, getting owned on YouTube right now. Tim Walz gets owned by JD Vance. However, recently prominent Republicans, including Trump fans and Senator Ted Cruz, have begun to promote discredited rumors that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, have been abducting and eating the pet cats and dogs of native residents. Is there anything you need to say about these bizarre claims? Oh my goodness. These claims come from the darkest corners of right-wing media circles, and that is where they belong. While Trump spends his time peddling nativist outrage bait, I'm talking about the issues that actually matter to the American people: housing, jobs, and fundamental freedoms. Holy shit, that goes hard. Let me make myself clear. This rhetoric is racist fear-mongering. It is wrong. It plays into the worst fear and impulses of Americans. And if Donald Trump thinks he can win the White House by going down that road, we have one thing to say to him: he is dead wrong. Maybe I can mention it one or nah, that's boring, bro. That's boring. Reading it twice, nah, bro. Yeah, we gotta choose this one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Are we losing? Oh my goodness. We might be losing our lead, bro. Oh my goodness. I gotta choose Pennsylvania again. For as long as people can remember, tariffs have been a staple of Donald Trump's economic policy. Now, though, he's called for higher and higher
their tariff rates, even suggesting a 1000% tariff rate as a part of its boldly protectionist platform. How will you talk about this plan? Do you think tariffs are good for the economy? Absolutely not. It's one thing to want tariffs on the country and the don't play or case by case basis, but the average tariff rate is 2%. Could you imagine what a rate of 1000%, let alone 200, will do to our economy? Remember Herbert Hoover? When laced with Great Depression, he hiked tariffs through the roof and it only further destroyed the economy. We can afford to be light on the details about our own term, but let's use those claims to highlight how dangerous Donald Trump is. A 1000% tariff would take your foreign AK faster than you can say Jack Robinson. Okay, so Trump's sales tax will be disastrous for the economy. Instead of supporting working families, it will punish consumers by hiking prices through the roof. You can afford to be light. Okay, so I mean, mentioning Great Depression is good, but the only votes I'm gonna get are like people from like 1930. So, and besides, some of them just got spoiled. Like they lived through FDR, and they got all the rich shit. So, uh, let's use these claims. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's just say this. Not bad, but economic protectionism remain popular in this day and age. Will being vague will help you keep your coalition together? Oh my goodness. Recently, your lead in polling has weight and your internals are showing a worrying slippage with black male voters, especially black and Latino voters. Your advisors have proposed a litany of the ideas to remedy, including restating your support for legalizing marijuana, coming up with a plank of policy proposals specifically targeted to benefit black and Latino men, and maybe even an appearance on Joe Rogan's policy. What do you think about these ideas? These are all great, good ideas except for Joe Rogan. Have you heard his COVID and vaccine conspiracy theories? Not to mention what he said about the LGBT Americans. I'd rather not platform somebody like that. All of the above. I don't care what to do to fix this. Just do it. I mean, we need to get on all platforms. I mean, I kind of agree with this option, but I'm gonna read. Honestly, I think this problem is kind of overstated. Have you ever seen the cross-tab in this polls? Whatever margin Trump gets with the type of people who listen to Joe Rogan's experience will run it 10 times over with normal, moderate middle class. You know what? All of the above. Just do it. Just do it. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, Rogan snubs. Oh my goodness. I I knew Rogan was an ass, bro. Okay. Okay, so now it's blue again. Now it's blue again. Uh. Okay, so Nevada. We gotta defend Georgia, bro. Okay, so you're making a guest appearance on the View after the View when co-host Sonny Huskin asked if you would have done anything different than President Biden over the past few years. What's your answer? I'm proud of my work with President Biden, but we could have done more. We should have been more early and aggressive in encountering the effects of inflation, and we should have taken this action to secure the border. My approach to the Israel-Hamas conflict, we're not going to mention that. Well, I think it was a mistake for President Biden to not put a Republican in his cabinet. I would have done that. It would be a priority of my administration to listen to views and ideas of all Americans, regardless of party ideology. It's nothing that comes specifically to mind. We've had a very successful administration, and I've been a big part of most of the decisions that had an impact. I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna lie. I mean, I know Biden did great with the economy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I gotta win, bro. I gotta win. I gotta win the election. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But I gotta stick with Joe, though. He's the president. I should defend him as a vice president. No daylight, kid. Joe doesn't have to elaborate for you to understand exactly what he means. It was supposed to be a pre-debate gig, but it comes off more as a threat than anything else in Biden world. You have backing him up. You have to make a decision. It might be the defining decision of your campaign. It's not about Joe as much as about the people. We receive so much help from them getting this thing off the ground. We can't afford to lose them. I've stood by Joe from the very beginning, and I'm proud to stand by him today. Voters are angry. We need to break with him. It's a matter of political survival. If we run on more of the same in this climate, we're as good at that. I love Joe, man. I think I don't think it's the reason why 2020 election was lost. I mean, not the 2020 I mean, he obviously won that, but I don't think he's the reason why 2024 election was lost. But I do think he should have been more aggressive on combating inflation, which is why I exactly said it. So I think sticking with Joe is the winning idea. Biden is glad to know that you're still on his side, and Biden will remain solidly camp. Elsewhere, to all your adherents to Biden political brand is toxic. Oh my goodness, fuck. I mean, I genuinely don't think it's toxic to the swing voters, but come on, man. At least at least we're holding in Pennsylvania. Is it Georgia? The South has been ravaged by major hurricanes, Helene and Milton, leaving hundreds and dead, and millions without power due to severe wind, rain, and flooding. Beyond an obligatory visit to the relief effort in disaster-affected areas, how will you respond? We're hard at work providing relief to the areas affected by these hurricanes, but I'd like to take a moment to call out my opponent for politicizing their strategy. As America suffer, he goes around blaming immigrants for stealing FEMA money. We deserve better than that from our president. It's rich how Trump is accusing this administration of botching the response. You want to know why FEMA is so underfunded, Donald? It's because your lackeys in the Congress, many of whom represent the very district impacted by those hurricanes, push for budget cuts. Our administration is taking immediate action to ensure that the people affected by these hurricanes have so much access to supplies, equipment, and resources as they need. We hear you. We stand with you. Together, we're going to rebuild better than ever before. Have you noticed how common these once-in-a-lifetime hurricanes are becoming? The culprit is climate change. Warmer waters are key information of hurricanes. My administration will invest in green future to cool off. Oh, that sounds cool. Throttling development of this superstorm. I mean, this is great answer. But it's not gonna win us the election, so we're gonna go with this one. I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Yeah. Listen. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, obviously, I hope it does. Excuse me, I'm speaking right now. Security can. Okay, no. You speak at a rally in Detroit when a group of pro-Palestinian protesters interrupt and heckle you multiple times, chanting that they won't vote for genocide. How do you respond? Hello, excuse me, I'm speaking right now. Security, can you escort them out of the venue? Thank you. Anyways, let me just address you all. Then we'll get back to the remarks. Okay? Okay, I have been clear. Now it's time to negotiate a ceasefire deal and get this home. I respect your voices, but today to talk about what's at stake in this election. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking. I gotta treat everybody with respect, you know. Yeah, I mean, I would love to say this. You know, I'm a big fan of Leopold eating faces, and if Donald Trump wins, well, he did win. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of this, but I gotta go with this. Not a bad response, not much of substance, but if you can get a few of these activities sold and vote for you, it's a win. Oh hell yeah! Oh my goodness, I thought we were destroyed. I thought we were doomed. Washington D.C. Oh my goodness, no Trump at all. That's crazy. No Trump at all for Washington D.C. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so we got Stein. Okay, as long as Kennedy just steals a couple of voters for Trump, that's all right. Yeah, I've chosen to visit Georgia. Is this correct? We gotta check on Pennsylvania. Donald Trump. Yeah, we gotta visit Georgia, but or Carolina. Yeah, we might as well visit North Carolina. During your 2020 presidential campaign, you established yourself as a strong supporter of Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All healthcare plan, which would establish a single-payer and national health insurance. Where do you stand on healthcare now? I have a plan to strengthen the The Affordable Care Act protect credits for healthcare premiums and so medical debt for millions of Americans. When Donald Trump was president, he tried to strip 20 million Americans of their health coverage right before a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. I support a public option that competes alongside private insurance providers. Anyone who prefers the current coverage can keep it, but there should be an affordable, publicly run competitor available for those who don't. I have a plan. Donald Trump, meanwhile, has concept of plans. Americans need a true plan forward, not a continuation of the status quo. I was proud to lead the charge for medical care for all during the 2020 contest, and I'm proud to do it again. I support the public option. I don't know. Usually if there's like nothing that says, well, this is what will get you votes, I just usually like speak up the like political view. So absolutely support this. The idea to frame this as just giving consumers more choices, the public has just been the white whale of many a democratic. Will you be the one who finally follows through? I will be. Now for your first 60-minute interview as a Democratic nominee for president, when host Bill Whittaker, they ask you the following: which country do you consider to be our greatest foreign adversary? Russia. Actually, there are numbers of countries. America blood. Iran is some okay. I'm not obviously gonna read this one. I just want to be as broad as possible. I mean, there are people who think what China is the greater threat than Russia, and we need to keep it broad. We need to keep it appealing. It's the most. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm already losing, bro. They got me losing here. Okay, we need to win Georgia, bro. No, this long shot should. I'm not even gonna give them any attention whatsoever. Receive support of the numerous neoconservative establishment Republicans, including Dick and Liz Cheney, Jimmy McCain, son of John McCain, the former Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, and the others. How do you wish to emphasize this as you campaign? All the time. This campaign isn't about poking one side over the other. It's about putting country over party. We'll also announce the formation of a bipartisan council of advice that will give feedback on the policy. I don't wanna do that. That's okay. I'm proud to have support of people like Jimmy McCain, Adam Kinzinger, and Jeff Duncan, but we should probably avoid emphasizing support of Dick Cheney. He left the office with a 30% approval rating and responsible for facilitating the Iraq war. It's important to remember this type of people are representative of an establishment that has failed working Americans. I am a candidate running to fundamentally change the system and make it work for everyone, not just the 1%. It sounds like you're pushing the Republicans. I think I'm just gonna choose this one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. We're getting votes. Oh, 51%. Sweet. No, we just gotta go North Carolina. Yet another example of Trump's rhetoric has made its way to press. An article by The Atlantic has reported that Trump asked John Kelly why he couldn't be like the German generals during a meeting in 2020. This has brought up a recurring theme of Trump's rhetoric being described as fascist and authoritarian. How would you like to tie this into closing image? It's important that we don't lose sight of the fact that Trump is bought and paid for by 1%. People like Elon Musk, his asinine comments are bad. Nobody's regressive, unfair economic policies are worse. Here's an ideal list, and Dick Cheney endorsed me back in. Nah, I don't want that. We need to focus on winning. Nah. This election is a choice between freedom and chaos. If Trump wins, it will be even more chaotic than last time, and it's made that very clear on the campaign trail. Like this, we're gonna choose that. Hell yeah, freedom. Okay. Elon Musk had made his personal personal mission to ensure Donald Trump is elected in November. Whatever financial cost is incurred, Monsters America PAC has spent over 100 million, mainly on lotteries for referring swing state voters and ground game canvassing. While there has been some missteps, much big money seems to have been a considerable effect on the votes. What's your plan to counteract this? Apparently, Philadelphia's district attorney is preparing to file a lawsuit against Elon's PAC. Our best move is to wait and see what happens. How is this even illegal? Okay. Let's have someone like file a lawsuit. Okay. That's a law student. Oh yeah, we're gonna file a lawsuit. We're gonna file a lawsuit. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's getting worse. Pennsylvania. Cocky as ever, Donald Trump has chosen to hold a massive rally at Madison Square Garden during the final days of the campaign. Deep in the blue state of New York, our controversy has arisen as comments multiple speakers, among them includes Tony Chauvin, making numerous racist targeting Puerto Ricans, Palestinians, Jews, Latinos, and African Americans. Trump has been looking to make his coalition diverse as ever. He says so. Hopefully, this is a good. Let's take a different. Clearly getting the woman. Even Nikki Haley was critical of this. We obviously mentioned the racists, but the media is more than capable. This is just another example of Donald Trump getting more darker, more fascistic, and more racist. Many of Trump's former advisors have become to come up with stories with his authoritarian tendencies. Leaders are judged by the company they keep. I don't really think there's much we can do here besides denouncing it when asked for comment. Sounds weak. We're gonna go with this one. There we go. You take a stage directly in front of the White House, the same venue from which Donald Trump incited the Capitol attack 4 long years ago. Before you stand, a sea of nearly 18,000 people, the overflow crowd extending past the Washington Monument. They're here to deliver the closing image. What do you tell them? The patriots of the Normandy did not sacrifice to see it. Let us turn the page, inviting the most extra daughter. Okay, I am here tonight to warn you. You're calling them the enemy within. Donald Trump will enter. We're gonna make it all about freedom. We're gonna make it all about freedom. Fuck. Okay, we're losing in Pennsylvania. Michigan. Let's do. Georgia. Pennsylvania. Let's go. Alright, we just wanna keep this state. Alright, election day is over. Okay, Indiana. Obviously they vote. Come on, we gotta win this, bro. We gotta win this. Oh, South Carolina. West Virginia. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got Maryland. Okay. Yeah, man, it's over. It's over. Okay. Oh, we got Virginia. Illinois. Come on. Colorado. Texas. New York. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Minnesota. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got Wisconsin. Come on. Okay, Pennsylvania. Come on. Come on. Come on. Congrats. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we won. Oh my goodness, we won. Congratulations, you have won the 2024 election. After the Democratic Party finally forced Biden out, they placed their hopes in you to turn it around. And although it was closer than you hoped, turn it around you, it did. It looked a little iffy there for a second, but that hardly matters in the grand scheme of things. You are beating back Trump for the second and hopefully that final time. And rational America will sleep soundly tonight because we're gonna let your historic victory blind you to the fact that you're still in something of a fix. The Republicans control the Senate, the House is too close to comfort, and half the country think you're illegitimate. Hopefully, can strike some sort of deal with the new Republicans. Whatever it ends up, maybe he can use an extension of that tax cut or whatever we want. Oh my goodness, we won. Closest Harris state, Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness, by a couple hundred votes. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Georgia. Wow. Well, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Oh my goodness, can't believe we managed to do that. Wisconsin, hell yeah. I mean, yeah, we managed to win. Wyoming, nobody cares about Wyoming. But that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.